High Plains Prospectors, Terp, scrap irons over there. We are at a meteorite hunt, 2015 in Missouri. And you can see it's kind of an organized hunt. Got probably, I'm gonna guess, 30 to 50 participants here today. And our guest host, Steve Arnold's moseying around here somewhere. Yeah, pretty good little turnout. There he is. People of all ages. And today we were looking to go find some meteorites. First time for me to ever go on a meteorite hunt, and it's awesome that we get to do it with Steve Arnold from TV's Meteorite Man. And yeah, this is going to be a great time.
Strewn field based on where it comes in. So it doesn't really matter, but it can be, a strewn field can typically be 1.5 miles wide. So going southwest to northeast, if you go 3/4 of a mile, I mean, that's just right down the middle of the bowling alley.
All right, the crew is leaving. We got a nice little caravan. I bet you there's over 50 people
there.
There.
There's a lot. There's some people from
really
all over
impressed.
the U.S. also.
Cruising out to our meteorite hunt site. Like I said earlier, it is a known fall site. Have a good idea where the strewn field is as well. And we have some people that are just super stoked about coming out here and finding some meteorites. You can actually kind of feel the energy pick up as everybody started to leave.
Just going for it.
Got a line of cars behind us too.
It's like a crash course coming out of there.
Pretty good tone then.
Where that other house was.
But I'm not getting anything otherwise, so.
Nice and spread out here, and what I'm learning is there is quite a few disturbances in the soil. You know, this is an old farm site, so obviously there's a lot of wire used and a lot of metal implement parts and scrap metal from roofs and whatnot that we're finding, but that's part of it. I mean, it's going to take some time. There's a reason why meteorites are considered rare. I mean, even when there is a fall site, you know, it takes a lot of effort to recover them. But everybody's going at it pretty good. I'm excited to see if anybody finds one today. I'm hoping we do. Either way, it's a beautiful day out. Nice to get outside and get some exercise. Well, I heard somebody screaming over here. I think they may have found a meteorite, but we'll check it out and see.
But it's a meteorite. It's right there. And I found it right in here, so about that deep.
So it looks like it could be, huh?
Oh, it's about
Yeah, here, let me show you.
Oh, wow. There it is. That's fabulous.
That's a meteorite.
All right.
And it's got that red brown. That's what he said. They're going to be kind of brown. I found it right in here, so it would be that deep. But like I said, I was getting a ghost over here, and then I kept getting ghosts. There may be some more. There may be some more. So everybody clear back 10 minutes. But I've been ground balancing as I come up through here.
What did you find on a bounty hunter?
Bounty hunter, yep. Bounty hunter Pioneer 505.
Nice. Good work.
Thank you. Well, it was a headset. I wouldn't have found it if it hadn't had those headsets.
So, he wants to kind of document it. I feel like we videoed it enough, but...
Sure.
Does it come up on your pointer?
Yes, go ahead.
Probably barely.
No, it's loud. It was on mine.
Did you get pretty
Yeah,
close to it? You get right on. I
always
think it's funny how whenever somebody finds something, you start suddenly seeing people gather around where they are. That's hilarious. All these people went down there where that guy just found that. Not 100% sure it was a meteorite, but I would be very skeptical if this wasn't a site that is a known fall site. But it is, so you want to keep everything like that have somebody take a look at it for you. Luckily, we have Steve Arnold here today. He can take a look at it, tell us what he thinks. All right, probably maybe an hour into the hunt right now, and everybody's still digging, which is a good sign. I'm used to digging a full 8-hour day, not finding anything, and being perfectly all right with just getting outside. But my fear is a lot of these people that are relatively new at metal detecting are going to dig up so much trash, they're going to get discouraged and want to quit. And that's just not the way you find things when you're metal detecting. Anybody that's metal detecting any length of time knows you got to get out and you got to dig. And as I was telling some of these people earlier, the solution to the equation is dig more holes, find more treasure. So as long as everybody just keeps digging, doesn't tire out so fast, then there's a good chance we're going to find something. So far so good. I haven't really seen anybody leave, but I know there are a lot of people out here that are relatively new at metal detecting, so hopefully they don't get discouraged and they just keep digging. Our odds are a lot better if everybody does that. You guys have any luck thus far? I said, have you guys had any luck thus far?
Oh, I found a whole pocket full of nails.
Yeah, I found a whole pouch full of barbed wire too. But so it goes.
Beat the day at work.
Yeah, right. I'm not going to complain. All right, well, I was finding a bunch of scrap targets up there high, and these are stony meteorites, so they weren't ringing up too well on the metal detector. This was a witness fall, and they found theirs on the surface when they found them. Now that's been probably close to 80 years ago or 90 years ago, but so they could have been trampled in the ground. But I figured I would come out here where there was some bare ground. It's kind of a little creek bed, hoping I might see a rock that just looks a little out of place. Thus far, I really haven't seen anything. I'll probably go ahead and stick the metal detector to the ground. Like I said, the AT Gold did pick up the stony meteorites pretty well. So this would be, of the metal detectors that I've seen so far, the AT Gold seemed to pick the stony meteorites up better than almost any of them. And ironically, the bounty hunter that the gentleman was using earlier, those seem to pick them up real well. The thing that we have a problem with is this. This is an old farm site, so there's trash and garbage everywhere. And unfortunately, fence pieces, nails, scrap metal like this, those are the same signals you're going for, so it's just wreaking havoc on the metal detectors. So I figured I'd take a little different approach, look around the stream bed, see if I can find something visually. Kind of give you guys an idea of what we're contending with here. Those are just years and years balls of wire just tossed down here. Pretty common for farmers to use their washes like this as dump piles for metal and whatnot. And you can see over there, there's a huge scrap pile of concrete and metal and all kinds of stuff. Making it pretty hard on us, but I'm gonna kind of mosey around and talk to some other people. I got some folks up there. Go talk to them, see if they're having any luck. Try to make sure people aren't getting too discouraged. But such is the case when you're treasure hunting. You don't always find treasure. Sometimes you're just hunting. You guys have any luck yet?
We found plenty of meteorwrongs.
Yeah, a lot of meteorwrongs. You guys metal detect ever before?
Not really.
This is a good crash course for you, because this is about what it's like. This is about the dozenth piece of barbed wire that I've dug up. A lot of it out here. And unfortunately, you need to be digging those signals. Kind of work my way up this hill a little bit, getting a little further away from the group, a little further away from the barn. Hopefully I'm digging less trash and can find one. We may have found one meteorite earlier, a little small fragment. We'll get that verified and get a picture of it here at the end, but it did kind of look like one, so we'll see.
I don't know about the round one. That one seems to be a little more pitted.
Gentle.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is, you know, the talking about little pieces like hail and buckshot, that's what this stuff can do. You know?
Awesome. Yeah, how good.
Now, where was this one found at? Where'd you say this one was found at?
I don't know. It could have been found over here on this hill just east of my house.
Okay.
Oh, there used to be a house over there, and the people were standing on the porch when they lit. But which ones it was, I have no idea.
Well, I'm out here doing some metal detecting. This is leg 2. Went and got some lunch, came back out here. I'm pretty sure this is just a ball bearing, but figured I'd pull it and see. It's a little too round, I think, to be a meteorite. I'll show it to Steve, see what he thinks. It's interesting though. Normally I would pass up a target like that, but today I got to pay attention to them. It's kind of the type of stuff I'm looking for. Alright, metal detecting along here with the AT Gold. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I got a really good solid signal. And I took this thing back up and kind of got it redialed in, messed with the ground balancing a little bit, and I think it helped kind of reduce this thing adjusting for the ground mineralization out here. And so I think it's reading a lot better, and I got a really good signal. It's pretty solid 30, which I was testing on some real meteorites, actually a meteorite that was found here a little earlier. I was getting a similar signal, I mean. And I think that one's worth digging. I thought I'd get it on video. It's right there. This ground is so hard right now, though. Actually, a little moisture in this. This is not too bad right here. Oh, what is that? It's iron, but it's not a meteorite. It's a meteorwrong, officially. I think that's part of like a brake assembly or something like that. That's all right. You know, I'm starting to, I think after looking at those real meteorites, the ones we know that came from here, they found picked right up off the ground right after the thing fell. I'm starting to get my signals down, and you know, if that was a big chunk of a meteorite, I have a pretty good idea that I would have found it. So I'm gonna just keep on going. Digging a lot of trash, but man, after seeing that meteorite that guy had earlier, I'd be excited to find one of those. Looks like we got some visitors.
Yeah, they are.
Well, we're just kind of moving around here, and Steve popped his head over here and told us we might want to come back here and hunt this. We're not really sure how big this strewn field is. I think the two meteorites that have been found are a little closer to the houses, but you know, they break up 10 miles above us, so it could be, you know, a couple mile long strewn field, and you know, it'd be nice to find something out here and we can kind of prove that. So a group of us decided to come out here and poke around this nicely freshly plowed field, you know, using our eyes and our metal detectors here to see if we can scout out a meteorite. I'm gonna buzz up and down this sucker and see what I can find. This is all Mark from my buddy from Life Buzzin' channel. I could get your logo here too. Go visit his channel, give him a like, subscribe. I gotta go up to man. Guy's like 7 foot tall. Best find of the day, buffalo nickel. I honestly still have not found a buffalo nickel. I think it probably took me a couple years to find a V nickel, and he finds one really first time out, other than like going in your backyard and stuff. Yeah. Can't really get a year off of it. Probably guessing early 1900s up to the 1920s, of course.
The one up on the hill.
Yeah, when I crossed you?
No. No.
Kind of weedy.
I found that when you crossed me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I love to find that aluminum crap.
We found, everybody found their fair amount of junk today. But I think that is probably the best find. Scrap iron says he found him a weedy. I found nothing but scrap iron. But it was nice to get out. We had a good time. It was good to meet you, Mark.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, buddy. You drove a long ways. Hopefully you had fun.
Yeah. Take care, y'all.
All right, we finally got home today and watched the Kentucky Derby, and then come out here and decided to look through all the junk we found. And we found a lot. This isn't all ours. There were quite a few people that had dumped their stuff in here, but we're looking for meteorites, and
See, all this stuff
this
could
is,
have ended up
yeah,
being,
look
you
at
know,
this. This is the type of
these
stuff
are-
that
these are the things,
easily could have read up
thick.
as a meteorite.
thick iron stuff.
Unfortunately, we didn't really find any large ones. We have a couple that we're going to send away for testing, and we'll comment below and let you know how those tests come out. We feel like we got skunked today, actually, but we're not going to quit. We get to go back to that property hopefully here in the future and find some space rocks. Don't forget to visit our website at www.highplainsprospectors.com, where you can find the finest in metal detecting and treasure hunting supplies.